Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing today? It is no. Ooh, that was my camera. Of course, it decides to act up the second I start actually streaming. What are you going to do about it? There you go. Hi, how are you? I've had such a day today. It's been absolutely awful. Hello, the dawdling writer. How are you? I had to put my car in for the garage because it had like a recall on one of the parts for it, and had to walk there had to take it there this morning, drop it off at 10, and had to walk home. And then it was like there all day. I had to walk back to the garage in the rain to pick it up, even though they hadn't told me it was ready to go. They were like 5 o'clock, and I just went there at 5 o'clock. And then when I left, I noticed that two of the yellow engine lights, which weren't on when I dropped it off, were on after I'd picked it up and started driving off. So I had to call them up and explained everything, and now they're going to call me back tomorrow. And I have to take it back in tomorrow to get whatever it was fixed. And it's just, it's just, you can see my hair. This little bit here is now a little bit bendy from where I quarantine haircut it wrong, and now it just won't sit nicely on my forehead. It's like a little bit bendy, and it's not good. I don't know what I'm talking about today. Hello, Devin. How are you today? Yeah, it was just horrible. Too much walking. I think if I work it out, let me see, where I usually walk about 5,000 steps a day, which is taking the kids to and from school. Today I walked 20,000 steps. That's ridiculous. 20,000 steps I had to walk today to get this car sorted, and it's not even sorted, and they've done something to it, and hopefully they're not going to try and charge me for any fixes that they do, because I'll be like, you broke it, you fix it for free. But we'll get to that confrontation if I need to, if it comes to it tomorrow, if they actually end up calling me back tomorrow, who knows. Anyway, it is great exercise, not when you do 20,000 for in a day. You know what, I actually thought about stretching during the walk to get my car, and it just completely slipped my mind until you literally just mentioned it. Yes, I shall. Otherwise, I will be in pain tomorrow, which I'm not going to be looking forward to. How has your day gone? How is your writing going? Mine has been a bit iffy the past few days. It was okay yesterday, and it was okay the day before. It's been fine so far today. I sort of fell into a groove the past 2 days in the time I write and how I write, which has made it a little bit easier. It's just a pain at the moment, and it's such a chore because I'm literally just rewriting, and I'm like, oh, I've got to rewrite this again, and I've got to read this story again as I rewrite it. So that's becoming a chore. It's a bit easier now. I think I've got new words to write today. I am going to be working on Project Faye, possibly Project Body Swap. It depends if I finish Project Faye. I've had some new scenes I needed to put in, which I've skipped. And I've decided today is the day I'm going to actually go back and write these scenes that I've skipped, because they need writing, obviously. Let me know what you guys are working on today. I have lemon cake as well, by the way, which I'm also very, very excited about eating. I've had it in my cupboard for like 4 days and I haven't touched it until right now, which is going to be fun. Dawdling Writer editing a flash fiction piece for Orla's anthology, and I'm now doubting everything. I love the name Orla. Doubting everything, it happens. It happens, but keep going, because you'll soon find that your doubts are unfounded. Believe me, I've been going through a lot of that myself the past few days. My camera keeps flashing as well, which I'm not happy about. I fixed you. I love long distance walking. I do as well, but it was in the rain, which I did not enjoy. So that's the only thing I'm really complaining about. So I had to walk, but I had to walk in the rain. Otherwise, I wouldn't have minded it so much. Di is here. Hello, you're not late. Don't worry, we haven't started yet. In regards to the sprints today, actually, we're going to be doing something that I'm calling ladder sprints. No doubt this type of sprint actually does have a name, and I shall eventually look up what the actual name for it is. But basically, we're going to be increasing our writing sprint length with each writing sprint we do. So we're going to do the 8 times table today, which I'm very, very excited about. So we're going to start with an 8-minute sprint, and then we're going to do a 16-minute sprint, then a 24-minute sprint, and then a 32-minute sprint. And that should give us a good 80-ish minutes worth of writing, so I can finish everything I need to do, and Di can get in her 100 million words that she's planning on writing for this year somehow. And we can have a little bit of a chat in between. And I don't know, I just think it might be helpful. Start off small and get in the groove, and then go for the long haul, which is going to be fun. We don't need to start quite yet, which is fine. But yeah, that's how my day went. How's Milwordy or any writing going for anybody? I can't remember who's doing Milwordy and who's not now. I know Di is. I know Di is doing absolutely fantastic with her Milwordy. But yeah, how is general writing going? How is general life going for everybody? It's okay. I think my kids are still awake, actually, which doesn't quite bode well, because no doubt they are going to get up and sneak in to the room or something like that. Hopefully the little one's not going to wake up, because if the little one wakes up, we're going to have to do an instant sprint no matter what we're doing while I go and sort her out. So be prepared just in case that does happen. I have my timer all set up as well, which is my focus to do. Technically it's a Pomodoro timer, but since I can change the length of the sprints, it's my timer for everything now. Okay, so a square, it's a square on my screen. It is an emoji. It's a laughing face emoji. It's a square for some reason. Not doing Milwordy. Yeah, that's fine. I'm doing half Milwordy. Thanks for the reminder. I need to plug in what I've done so far today. How are you tracking your words? So I know a lot of people are using spreadsheets. I've got a notebook. When I say notebook, it's like a little bullet journal, and is that backwards? It's not backwards. So yeah, I'm filling it all in there we go. I'm filling it all in manually, which is not going to come fun. It's not going to be fun come calculating it all at the end of the month. But I don't do spreadsheets, and I can't handle spreadsheets. It confuses me. It doesn't confuse me, but like it confuses me in like an old person sort of way. So, sounded so bad. So yeah, I can't do spreadsheets. I'm only supposed to be doing a half Milwordy as well. I'm just trying to get ahead as much as I can now. You might as well just do the full Milwordy at this point. You're going to eventually reach that point where you'll be like, oh, whoops, I just wrote a million words. That wasn't my intention. Because what are you at so far this month? 80,000 words or something like that? And it's the 23rd. You've got like a full week left, and you've already written 80,000 words, which is just, coming from me who fast drafts, that is absolutely insane. And now I have to catch up. That's my challenge now, is to catch up. I don't have to catch up. That was a joke. We'll get there eventually. So yeah, we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to get ready for the first sprint. It's an 8-minute sprint. I plugged in what I've written so far today, and I've hit the month goal today. That's fantastic. Well done. What is it for a month if you're doing half Milwordy? It's what, 40,000 ish per month if you're doing the half Milwordy? I don't do math, so woohoo. Right, what do I need to do? I need to share the screen. It's pointless me clicking that button because that's not sharing the screen. That's doing something weird. Right, so let's share the screen. There we go. We're sharing the screen. You can see on the side all of the projects that I'm supposed to be working on. Project Body Swap, yeah, Project Faye, Project Theft, Project MG. That's technically supposed to be a secret. I haven't announced that yet. Secret announcement, my reading, which I haven't done any reading at all this month, which is very bad of me. So tut whoopsie doo. And Nephilim, which I also haven't really done anything on either, because that's being shelved and broken down and taken apart and rewritten, which I'm not looking forward to, but there you go. Laura's here. Hello, how are you doing today? We are about to go into our first sprint. We're doing 4 sprints today, based on the 8 times table, 8, 16, 24, and 32 minutes long each. It's essentially 42k per month. Yeah, okay. I can half 80,000 words in my head. I'm tired. I've walked for like 3 hours today. Right, so if I have already set the timer for this to be 8 minutes, so I'm going to stop chatting and we're going to start the first 8-minute sprint, and I'm going to set it up. Haha, right, okay. I always forget to do that. So we're going to start the sprint, guys. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, begin. Click that. Okay, so that is the first sprint done and dusted. I don't need the 5 minutes, so we're going to get rid of that. How did everybody do for that first sprint? I managed, if I can find the relevant pieces of paper. Oh, and I'm pressing buttons I shouldn't be pressing. And calculating as well, which is all good. I managed 258 words of a new scene, which isn't fantastic for a 8-minute sprint, but it's still, however many words it was, I just said that I wrote more than I had before I started. So I'm literally using a note on my iPhone to fill out my word counts for days. I see everyone's spreadsheets and my brain kind of explodes. All the math and boxes and whatnot are not for me. Exactly. I'm like, it's really cool that you can use spreadsheets, but I know you need to do like maths and equations in order for everything to calculate itself properly and update. And I'm like, nope, not doing it. I've never been able to get my head around spreadsheets. No matter how many times that I try to use them, I just can't do it. Alicat is here. Hello. I came when there were 5 minutes and I've just been distracted with watching videos and finishing up homework. It's absolutely fine. Alicat, hello. 567 words for 8 minutes. That's absolutely fantastic. 158 and almost done outlining this chapter. That's fantastic. 285 words. That's really great. Is that Lady and the Tramp in the background behind you? I literally just spotted Lady. It is Lady and the Tramp as the topiary in the background, isn't it? That's so cute. Dawdling writer, 34 edited words at the end. I have no idea how many I deleted or reworded. I honestly never keep track. I do not bother keeping track of things that I delete. But then again, you're probably editing differently than I am editing / rewriting anyways. Too many terms, and everybody thinks they mean different things. So I don't even bother trying to keep up with what's actually supposed to mean what. But that's good. We're getting some work done, which is fantastic. I had a bite of my lemon cake. I will have some more when the next sprint starts, which is good. So I've been watching a lot of Netflix recently. I just started watching Enola Holmes today, just before the kids got home from grandma. So I only watched about the first 20 minutes. But I need to watch the rest of it. Probably going to have to do that tomorrow. My parents-in-law purchased Mulan from Disney Plus, and they gave me their login details. So I need to watch Mulan as well, because I want to see what all the fuss is about. And I've just finished watching Josie and the Phantoms on Netflix, which I am surprisingly obsessed with the soundtrack for at the moment. And I don't know why. I think it's because it's got the 90s pop feel to it, which that was my music when I was growing up. It was the 90s and it was my music. So that is what I've been doing, and that is what I've been watching recently. What have you guys been up to? What have you guys been watching? I need shows to add to the list of things that I'm going to get around to, but never actually get around to. Whoopsie daisy. I'm so excited to see Enola Holmes. Yes. Well, I can't say if it's good or not. I've only watched like 20 minutes of it, but it seems good so far. Maya's here. Hello, how are you? I love Julie and the Phantoms. Yeah, I was on Netflix and I just came across the advert for it. Or not the advert, but like you click on it and it brings up the little trailer. And I was like, you know what? I'll watch it. And then I just binged the entire series in one day. And I'm like, was it that good for me? It was that good for me. I enjoyed it. It was good. I started watching Enola Holmes today and I didn't love it. It wasn't bad though. Have you finished watching all of it, or did you just start it? The beginning's a little bit quick. Like, I feel like it would have been better as a series than it was as a movie, because the beginning does feel really, really quick to me. But that's the most I've got out of it so far before the kids barged in. CC Scott is here. Hello. All you need are books and tea. Fully agree. 75% maybe. Okay. Okay, I'll take it into account. But yeah, it is a little bit fast and a little bit jumpy also, maybe at the beginning. I've been rewatching Leverage again. Oh my god, Leverage. I found a Leverage fan. Oh my god, thank you. I love Leverage. Leverage is what inspired me to write Project Theft. Oh my god. Now I need to rewatch Leverage, Laura. For those of you who don't know, Leverage is a fantastic found family heist show, where the bad guys are now the good guys, and it's just this group of criminals, and they just go around scamming rich people and business owners in order to help the people that the rich people have scammed off. The characters are fantastic. The show is brilliant. It's getting redone. It's not getting redone. They're bringing Leverage back with the original characters and a new character, which I'm also very, very excited about. So I get more of that. So yes, look into Leverage, watch Leverage, because it is absolutely fantastic. I could go on and on about Leverage. Enola's a good character, but her brother seems so fake and frustrating. I also can't connect to the boy she's supposed to save. Yeah, I've seen a lot of iterations. I've seen a lot of iterations of Sherlock Holmes. I've really only seen one, which was, I don't know the actor's name, but it's the one with Lucy Law. Oh my god, no, that's Xena the Warrior Princess. Okay, the names. Why can I not think of these names? Elementary. I'm so I can't remember the names of the actors who play, and it's really frustrating because I should know who these people are, but I can't remember their names. I've watched Elementary, and I don't know, from what I've seen of Superman's Sherlock Holmes, he's a bit, I don't know, he's not very Sherlock Holmesy. Sort of like Mycroft seems more like the Sherlock Holmes character than Sherlock Holmes does, from what I know about him. Been watching Lovecraft Country lately. Not sure I'm a super fan. I've never heard of Lovecraft Country. What is it about, and where can I find it? I'm obsessed. Yeah, obsessed. Filmed while. Oh, really? Oh, that's great. So excited. Yes, I'm so excited for it to come back. I'm very sad that. Oh my god, why is everyone's names escaping me right now? Oh my god, I'm very sad that Hardison isn't going to be a full series character. He's just going to be a recurring character because the actor's got a different show at the moment. But I'm very, very happy that he's at least going to be in it. Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu. Thank you, David S. I went Lucy and I was like, Lucy. And then the first surname that popped into my head was Lawless. And I was like, no, that's the wrong person completely. It's Lucy something. Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu are the best Sherlock Holmes and Watson I've seen. But then I don't watch much Sherlock Holmes stuff. So can I say they're the best stuff? Well, they are the best I've seen. So it works. Holmes is supposed to be very astute and sees things no one else can. In this one, he just seems like a clueless guy who doesn't understand. Yeah, he's not got that sort of Sherlock about him, like that instant Sherlock that people usually have. That's what was weird about him. I was like, you don't seem too much like Sherlock Holmes right now. But there you go. People are doing different things. So yeah, we're going to, what is it, past? Let's calculate in my head. 10 minutes. It's half an hour. Right, okay. So we, at past, whenever that hits on my computer, we'll head into the next sprint, which I will change now. Pomodoro timer to 16 minutes is going to be the next sprint. So we're going to get ready for that. I'll have to double click something at the bottom to get rid of the 5-minute break timer, but there you go. RDJ's version of Sherlock Holmes is one of my favorites. That's the movies, isn't it? I don't remember being very, very fond of that Sherlock, or at least not intriguing enough for me to watch more than just the one movie, because I know he did a few, didn't he? Lovecraft County. Oh, I keep saying county instead of country. What is wrong with me? It's basically an anthology horror show taking place in Jim Crow America and has a new Lovecraftian monster every week. Mixes racism horror with plain old horror as well. I'm not a horror fan, but I will look into it because it does sound interesting, minus the horror part. I love monsters and spooks, but for some reason I haven't really fallen in love with the show. It happens though sometimes. Yeah. Right, okay, we're going to go into our second sprint. Oh my god, can I find the right thing? I'm not with it at all today. My tea is going cold as well, and I can't even reheat the mug because it's got gold foil hearts on it, and I'll just explode in the microwave, so that's not really good. Right, so let's large this, and we're going to start our second sprint, 16 minutes in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Okay, that is the second sprint done and dusted. Let me get rid of that. Let me go up here. How did everybody do on that second one? Had to rush off. A child woke up. I knew they would, and was in the process of attempting to use the living room as the bathroom, which luckily I managed to prevent. Just gets so deep sleep that he doesn't know what he's doing. I don't need to go into StreamYard to work out how much I've written. I need to go onto Scrivener, which is going to be a lot more helpful. I'm writing a really weird scene, and by weird scene, I mean it's a conversation scene, which I'm not 100% sure of what conversation it needs to be. Like, do I just want a conversation where we see how these characters interact with each other, or do I want to set up a little bit of intrigue in regards to a moment that happens later in the book? Most of the characters in the scene we don't see for the majority of the book anyway, but they do have a relationship with the protagonist, so I need to sort of show that relationship, but it's in conversation, which I suck at. So I've got a little bit of intrigue, and I'm going to need to go back over it and add, I suppose, more relationship conversation between them. I did 682 words was the point basically of what I was trying to do. That's how much I managed to write. Where are we in the chat? Maya, I like Sherlock from the show, aka Benedict Cumberbatch. You know what? I've never actually seen Sherlock. Part of me thinks it's really pointless, because don't they have like just 4 episodes in a season and then like take a 10-year break and then do another 2 episodes or something like that? It's not on my list, honestly. I'm not a massive fan of Benedict Cumberbatch, but everyone keeps telling me to watch it, so I might have to do it one day. On my wholesome note, has anyone watched Down to Earth? I've watched a couple of episodes so far and I love it. Is that's the one with Troy Bolton, isn't it? Zac Efron. Is that where he like travels around and stuff? Is that the one? Enjoyed the first 2 episodes, not so much the next few. Great Price here. Hello, how are you doing today? I think I've watched the first 3. Sucks if it goes downhill. Well, you never know. People like different things. Not gonna lie, I got super distracted looking up the origin of a term. Now I've got a shiny new idea. I jotted down some notes to satisfy the shininess. Hopefully now I can edit. It's so much fun when you randomly have inspiration for something. I remember ages and ages ago, I talk about this in a video that I have recorded but have not yet planned to upload. Where I basically talk about how I got the inspiration for all of the novels that I'm currently working on. The way I got inspired to write Nephilim all those years ago was I found the word seraphim, researched that word because it sounded like a fun word. I wanted to know what it meant. Came across angels, researched the angels, and then came across the term Nephilim. And I was like, oh, modern day Nephilim. And that's how I came up with the idea for Nephilim. But the way that people's brains work sometimes, like finding the origin of some term and you've got a shiny new idea and you weren't even intending to do it, like that's fantastic. I love when that happens. 533 words, that's fantastic. The pronoun I is here. Hello, how are you? Alicat, 469 words of editing and reading through my novel. Oh, there we go. Yes, okay, is that show. I love that Troy came before Zac. Yeah, I work at Disney, and at the moment the soundtrack in the Disney store is literally the majority of High School Musical 2, the majority of High School Musical 3, and High School Musical, the musical, the series. So I'm constantly surrounded by High School Musical while I'm at work. So I can't separate Zac Efron and Troy Bolton anymore in the way that some people might be able to. And it's just listening to High School Musical all day, which is not actually as fun as it might sound, unfortunately, but that's how it goes. Devin, I did supper. Sounds fantastic. It's supper time for you. It's like bedtime for me. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night where I am, which is fun. I'll have some more cake while I'm sitting here, actually, because then we've got, oh my god, I've got some more writing to do very shortly. If you like the idea of Nephilim and romance, have you read any of Nalini Singh's Archangel series? I have not. I like the idea of Nephilim. I think it's really cool. I cannot stand romance. I despise romance with a passion. YA is the reason I despise romance, despite the fact I read nothing but YA, and I'm continuously disappointed when I come across lots of romance in YA novels, especially when they do not tell me that there's going to be romance, or they tell me there's going to be romance in this action-filled fantasy book, but then it's just a romance, basically, with a little bit of action underneath. So I'll look into it, because it's always very interesting to find more Nephilim and angel related things. Whoops. Let's write that down. I will definitely take a look into it. There's going to be some book somewhere that's going to reignite me being okay with romance in a YA book. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh my god, I keep pressing the wrong buttons on StreamYard. It's really annoying me now. I could listen to the Frozen soundtrack over and over. I don't know whether it's going to sound weird. I don't know whether you're being like sincere or you're being sarcastic. I'm really sorry. Frozen's okay. Tangled is better, in my opinion. The Frozen soundtrack is not my favourite. Alicat, I don't mind clean romance, but I've got to have more than romance in it. Usually romance that isn't clean is a big no-no for me. I just don't. I'm not fond of how romance is represented in books. Like, I know it's supposed to be it's a story, and it's what am I trying to say? Like, it's not realistic. Like, I know it's not supposed to be overly realistic because it is a book and because it is sort of like a fantasy in our heads, but I don't know. It's just not. It's not real. Most of the time, it's not realistic for me. And from someone who reads nothing but fantasy, I like a little bit of realism in my books, which is weird. The realism has to come from the relationships and the romance, and it just never happens that way. So yeah, I just got frustrated with reading all the romance, and now it's just put me off romance, to be fair. Author Sarah Sutton's books are romance, from what I know. Yeah, I think so. There's quite a lot of author tubers who do romance, actually, and contemporary. It's a clean romance, so that's good. Okay. I love Frozen. Okay, so yeah, people do love Frozen. Did you like Frozen 2, though? Some people say it's better than Frozen. Some other people say it's not better than Frozen. I like the songs better in Frozen 2. Most of the songs better in Frozen 2 than in Frozen 1. Actually, no, I think I prefer Frozen 2, but after you get into the good bits. Angels as a separate species, vampires as a result of a toxin angels have to get rid of, and can only transfer to compatible humans and vampire hunters. Full-on adult romances. Okay, so you completely lost me with the vampires. Because not only do I not like romance, I do not like vampires either, and you can blame Twilight for that completely. Vampires and romance are not my thing, but I've written it down. I will take a look into it anyway, because you never know. Romance isn't always realistic all of the time. Yeah. I haven't seen Frozen 2 yet. If you have Disney Plus, it's on Disney Plus. I work for Disney. There's the plug. No, that's not true. Wasn't a super fan of Frozen 2, but my sisters adored it. Look, the story in Frozen 2 was weak, but it was stronger, in my opinion, than the story in Frozen 1. Like, both the stories could have been written better, and they could have been dealt with better, but I still preferred, I suppose, the darkness of Frozen 2 better than Frozen 1. Frozen 1 was just too happy chirpy for me to handle in a Disney movie. I say me prefers to listen to the older Disney movies and listen to older Disney music like The Lion King. Lion King is my favorite Disney movie, the cartoon version, not the live action. I've not seen the live action Lion King, and I purposely haven't seen the live action Lion King because I don't want to do that to myself and ruin one of my favorite movies, which is The Lion King. And second of all, I've seen a very brief clip of it, and just from the voices alone, I'm like, no, I can't do it. I won't do it. I've watched most of the other live actions. I've watched Beauty and the Beast, which was okay. I've watched Aladdin, which I loved. I'm not a fan of Cinderella, so I haven't watched Cinderella. They have way more live action movies than I'm mentioning. Who have I forgotten? Wasn't a big fan of Maleficent either, to be fair. So I'm really not loving all of the live action stuff except for Aladdin. Mulan is still up in the air. But yeah, the older Disney movies and the older Disney songs are they're just better somehow. I don't know how they're better, and I don't know why they're better. They're just better. Like, I love most of the music in Tangled. That's got some of my favorite Disney songs. Mulan has my most favorite Disney song of all time in it, which is, of course, I'll Make a Man Out of You. Circle of Life is one of my favorite songs. Be Prepared is my second favorite villain song. So yeah, the old stuff, the songs are just better. I think the songs are better because they're not made to be mainstream like pop songs. Like, I think some of the newer songs in Disney's are meant to be more mainstream. Like, this could be a song from a Disney movie, but this could also be a song sung by this famous singer, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Mother Gothel slays me. Yes, Mother Gothel, favorite villain song ever. She's my favorite villain as well because she's a realistic villain, because this type of person exists in real life. Like, there are mothers out there who are exactly like Mother Gothel, and I suppose that's what makes it all the more terrifying. That it's like this person is out there somewhere. Like, this is a real person. The songs are better because Disney has too much auto-tune. True. If you hear some of the live action music, there's auto-tune in it. I heard it in Beauty and the Beast. I don't think I heard it as much in Aladdin. But then I'm not very trained to hear auto-tune personally. I know that Guy Ritchie who directed Aladdin? He actually had the actors sing most of the songs live while they filmed and used their live voice with pre-recorded backing music. From what I heard, don't take that as like the truth. That's what I heard. And I know that I can hear a difference between the album version of Speechless and the movie version of Speechless. Yeah, that is the right song title. So there is a difference. So, but yeah, I can hear the auto-tune in Beauty and the Beast. I can't hear it as much in some of the others, but then I'm possibly not looking for it in the others. That's exactly it. The new Disney songs are written so celebrity singers can put out their own version on the radio. I don't understand why they do it. I don't understand why they do it at all. The older songs don't have auto-tune. Yeah, they sound much more live. They sound better just in general. Basically, I don't know why they do it. It's so annoying because when did I first start getting really annoyed at it? I think it was Moana. I first started getting really annoyed because the actress who plays Moana, Auli, I don't want to pronounce her name wrong, but I'm going to. I'm not going to try. She sings the song fantastically, and then we get to the credits, and there's some random other person singing the song, and I'm like, but why have they done that? Why not just release the song as the original person singing it? Or like, why do you need then the pop singers to come in and do a really weird version of it? I don't get it, and I don't like it, and it's a trend that has just got to go bye-bye. I think the only decent song that they've done the pop version of is Frozen 2's not Let It Go, Into the Unknown. Brandon Urie, I want to say, is the name of the person who sings the pop version. That's a good pop version. The rest of them just don't work at all whatsoever. I'm gonna stop ranting about all these Disney songs now. Let me set up the timer for the next sprint. The next sprint is 24 minutes. Second guessed my math skills there, which I should, because my math skills are terrible. Right, so we are set up for the next sprint for 25 minutes. 24 minutes, take us to... Right, okay, so we're going to go straight into that. We might not have... Well, it's not like I have to finish at 11 o'clock, to be fair. I don't have anything else to do except go to bed, so we can go over. But so we don't go over too much. We're going to prep to get this next sprint started. We'll go at 10:05. So that will take us to 30:30, and then we can go a little bit over 11. That's fine. That's fine. So you can go over 11. You're an adult. You can be up. You can be up late. It's fine. I've taken band for 7 years, so my ears naturally see if I like the song or not. And the musician in me is such a critique with music. It's great. It's good. It's great that you can critique music like that. I'd love to be able to. I just like things and don't like things, and sometimes I like things based on who it is that sings it, and sometimes I just don't like stuff. But I think it's really good that you can pick out auto-tune and things like that, because like if they're that good of a singer, you don't need auto-tune. Like, what is auto-tune going to do really except make them sound weird and tinny and make us think that they can't actually sing when we know they can? But what are you going to do about it? Right, it is 5:05. We're going to go into our next sprint, guys. It is 24 minutes long, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. There we go. That worked that time. Okay, the third Pomodoro has finished. Oh my god. Let's hide that. Let's go to the comments. How did everybody do? I stopped working on Project Faye. I gave up trying to write new words. It's not working for me at the moment. We're not doing it. So I wrote some more for Project Body Swap, which is what I'm currently doing. So what have I done? Okay. So I wrote 39 words for Project Faye, but plus what is going on with me today? Oh, right, because I've 925 words for Project Body Swap. So 960-ish words, I guess, for Project Body Swap. I have written. I hear a child in the background. Lovely. Okay, she's not crying too much, so I'll leave it for a minute before I go and sort her out, and I'll start the next sprint and go and see how she's doing. Vitative is here. Hello, how are you doing today? Where is the timer you're using from? Is it the Pomodoro website? No, it's called Focus To Do. It is a extension for my web browser. I use Google Chrome, but you can also get it as an app on, at least on the iPhone. I'm not sure about Android or anything like that. So you can get it as an app, or you can get it as the browser add-on extension for at least Google Chrome. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's got all of, I can keep track of how much I'm working on all of my projects. It counts my Pomodoros for me. I can set up how long I want the Pomodoros to last and auto start the Pomodoros and the breaks. And it also has, I don't know if it's on here or not, I'm not sure. It gives me stats for how long I'm working on all my different projects, for everything. And somewhere, I don't know if it's on here, if I can find it or not. I'm not sure I can. If I go to the one on my phone for the app, just because I can't find it on here, I don't want to check my historical report, thank you. You also collect point, you get little, right, let me do this properly so I can see what I'm doing. You can get little sunlight points for how much work you do, and you can sort of grow your own plant. And obviously the faster you do work, the more you do work, the faster you get the points, the faster your plant grows, which is sort of also just like a fun little extra thing that you can do. So yeah, Focus To Do is my timer, and now it's my timer for everything because I can change how long I want the Pomodoros to be. And the Disney songs and the auto tune has heard so much from me. I've heard what live performance sounds like, then I take that, and there's a huge difference for sure, but it can take a lot of training yourself. I can notice it in some respects. In other respects, I can't notice it. Like if I notice it, I notice it. But then if I don't notice it, I'm like, I just don't notice it. But yeah, I don't know why people auto tune so much. It's really annoying. Tilly is here. Hello. I forgot it was Writing Sprint Wednesday. I hope everyone is doing all right. We're all doing fine as far as I know. Anna Howell is here. Hello. How are you? Just got here working on my work in progress, Children of Innocence today. Happy writing, everyone. Children of Innocence. Tell me more, Anna. Di got 281 words. Had to stop halfway through for dinner. Random square emoji. It helps to swap around. Yes. Dawdling writer, still distracted, might have to give up on it and turn to a different project for the moment. Literally what I did during the sprint. I was like, nope, it's not going to happen. And I managed to do some writing. So there we go. Everyone's talking to each other. 98 words and getting ready for my class. What class are you getting ready for? Is it math class? Do I have to feel sorry for you today, Aligat? Pronoun I was editing some and having a late dinner. Everyone's having dinner. Everyone's having dinner but me. That's so sad. Dan is here. Hello, Dan. How are you? Doesn't sound like the flash fiction is being too kind. No, it does not. It's okay, though. Don't worry. I think the child has stopped crying. So I don't need to go and sort her out. So that's good. Because she has a lovely habit at the moment of waking up and just refusing to go back to sleep. Hopefully that is not going to be the case today, but you never know. Okay, we have got one more sprint to do. Oh my God, I can't balance my water. We've got one more sprint to do today. It is our 32-minute sprint. I'm going to treat it as a 1K 30 minutes. Because that's just how I do 30-minute sprints. For those of you who don't know, a 1K 30-minute sprint is basically a challenge where you write 1,000 words in 30 minutes. I use it for NaNoWriMo constantly because it's how I get my fastest words down. And that's how I increase my writing speed and my word count sprint number by doing these 1K 30-minute sprints. So that's how I'm going to treat it. Can I write 1,000 words in 30 minutes with my head being all spacey as it is right now? Because of all the walking I had to do today. But yeah, being productive for 30 minutes is also fine. That's the wrong tab. This is the correct tab. You better be counting everything I'm doing today. I'm going to be so upset if you're not. Right, let's change this to 32 minutes for our last and final sprint. That will bring us to about 10 past 11, which sounds good to me. I'm good thinking about bed. Yeah, same. Totally same. It is almost my bedtime. I'm so excited, but I want to get as many words as I can for Millworthy done today so I can sort of take a break tomorrow. If I feel like I need to take a break tomorrow, I might. We'll see how it goes. Children of Innocence is a crime novel that features people with disabilities working alongside the FBI to solve crimes for the disabled community. This one in the series discusses human trafficking. That sounds really interesting. I love that all of the protagonists are people with disabilities. That's fantastic. I don't see a lot, unfortunately. But that's actually really cool. I don't read crime personally. I watch crime stuff. I don't read crime stuff, which is weird. I'm not a big reader, but that actually does sound really, really interesting. 1K for 30. I can try this. Yeah, give it a try. You never know. One last go before hitting the hay. Same. Right. Don't ask why I did that. I'm so sorry. This is not a 90s music video, Sarah. Okay, so we're gonna start our last sprint for the evening before I crash and burn any harder than I've already crashed and burned. Apparently, if my stuff in the right place is. Right, so we are going to start our last sprint. I can't even type 1K in 30 minutes, maybe 500 for me. 500, it's a good starting point. Start with 500 and then you can write more. Are you handwriting? Just because of that, I can't even type. But handwriting, I wouldn't be able to write 1,000 words and handwrite 1,000 words in, I was about to say 1 minute in 30 minutes. That's impossible. Right. So, oh my God, that's why you do that. You do that. Okay. Last minute of the evening, half cup of cold tea next to me. We're going to start 32-minute sprint in 3, 2, 1 and begin. Next day. Okay. You're right. How's work?
Work? It's fine.
Any more silly guests?
Sorry?
Any more silly customers?
No. How much longer are you streaming for?
I've got 7 minutes left of a sprint and then saying goodbye.
Any car keys?
They're not where they're supposed to be.
Oh, I didn't look. Just didn't know whether or not you put them somewhere else.
I do believe they're where they should be. Why?
Because my thing should have been delivered today.
What thing?
No case.
So why do you need my car keys?
Where would it be in the letterbox?
If you look for the letterbox part, it's in the side pocket of my bag. I'm not sure which one, but in one of them. Mm.
Even though I bought this one specifically so it arrived today.
Has it said it's arrived?
No. So it's running late. It's arriving tomorrow or the 25th.
Yeah, lovely.
You've got screwed to 350. On your case, don't you?
Yeah.
Right.
You need your case.
My case fit fine.
I wonder one that had a proper bit at the bottom.
What's a bit at the bottom?
Obviously, it's got the hole for the headphone, which I don't have anymore.
Hmm?
That's fine. Okie dokie, that was the end of the last Pomodoro. How did everybody do? Oh, I've got too many things up. Here I am. Right, how did everybody do on that last sprint? What's my hair doing? Okay. Hang on, let me work out how many words I got. I got 495. And I think I might have done something wrong. Hang on. Plus 1,494 words in that, which was me just copying more or less from manuscript to screen. But yeah, 1,400 is sort of typical, I guess. This popped up, I got a bit edited, and now I'm headed off for dinner. Thanks for the sprints. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad you got some editing done. How did everybody else do? You, Dan, Hook, roughly 700 words. So close to 1,000. You did really well. Well done. I've read that one already. Anna, 100 words and some research done. What is it you're researching at the moment? That's interesting. 373 words, the pronoun I. and that was for my second book, first draft. Oh, that sounds really cool. I love people working on their first drafts. Di got 303 of that sprint, 3,400 for the day so far. I don't actually know how much I've written for the day so far. I'm going to work it out now because my day is now finished. I've already written in my book, haven't I, for project? Oh, and you know what I've done? I've closed Project Faye, the Scrivener file, without writing down how many words I wrote. I think it was 1,292. $5,902 words I have written today, largely because of this live stream. I've managed to write all the extra words, so that's what I've done so far today, which is good. It's the most I've written so far for Middlewordy in one day. Writative 446, that's still really good, well done. And our FBI sting operation protocol and human trafficking. Digging into the deep stuff. That sounds so interesting. I love research, but the problem I have with research is that I sort of go off on a tangent with research. Like I'll find something while I'm researching and start researching that, and so on and so forth. So I always make it a point to just not research at all while I'm writing my first drafts, because it distracts me, and then I write down everything I need to research and I research it for when I'm writing the second draft. That's just how it works. 5,200, flexing on that word count. My goodness, yeah, I'm a fast typer, but yeah, I'm rewriting, so most of it isn't me just coming up with new words. I'm literally just taking what is written. Oh, my mouse keeps going down to the corner and it keeps bringing up my home background computer thing. I'm literally just taking what's on here and rewriting it word for word, minus any changes that need doing. So yeah, it's not like I'm writing new words or anything like that. So yeah, that's how I managed to get so many, as opposed to me writing brand new stuff. But we've got NaNoWriMo coming up soon, so we get to write some new stuff then, which is fun. Right, it's almost 11 now. It's 20 minutes past my bedtime, but we've got some work done, so it's no problem. We are going to, thank you, we're going to end the stream here. For those of you who still have the rest of the day left, good luck with all the rest of your writing. Di, let me know how many words you end up writing today. I'm very curious to know. And thank you for joining me. I hope the rest of your day is so productive. I hope bedtime is good if you have bedtime, and I will see you later. Bye.